Growing from the Arab Spring in 2011, the Syrian civil war has now been raging on for nearly 6 years, leaving over 400,000 people dead and millions displaced. With the whole world seemingly turning a blind eye to the atrocities happening just north of the Jewish state, many at home can't help but think, what can be done to help? Joining me today in the studio is Zohar Kaplan from the Beyond Our Border organization to talk about what he did to answer that question. Thanks so much for coming in.
Shalom.
So, to begin, what is the mission of Beyond Our Border?
Beyond Our Border is aiming to collect money to support people in Syria. What we do is try to put an answer to what people in Israel feel that they have to do, and we give them a way to do that. We bring a platform from them to support the people in Syria. That's basically what we do. We collect money and buy things that people in Syria need. We make sure it reaches them.
How did this organization begin? What were your personal motivations as well?
Well, a bunch of us, 5 of us, met about a month ago. Just a few friends from all around the country, and we said we have to do something. We're all Israelis. We're all well, in our group, we're all Jewish, and we can't see something like this happening just a few kilometers away from us and not sit around and not do anything for so many years. We felt like we have to do something. And
was there something specific that spurred that? Because it has been going on for so long, and just now you guys are meeting and doing this.
I don't know if there's like a certain event that made this happen. I feel personally for me, this is something that was building up along the last few years, when the things happening in Syria are just getting worse and worse and worse, and you can see the pictures and you feel like you have to do something. And we thought it's just us, and we said we'll do something small. We raise a little bit of money.
And you didn't raise just a little bit of money, you raised a lot of money, right? How much have you guys raised so far?
Well, so far we're 4 days online with our funding project. We raised $200,000 from 4,500 donors, and we're just starting.
And that's in 3 days, something like that, right?
It's a little bit over 3 days, 3.5 days.
3.5 days.
And we're looking to raise not only more money, because I don't think that the amount that we raise would change. It wouldn't stop the war. It would definitely help the people over there. It wouldn't stop the war. What would make a big difference is if we get a lot of thousands of Israelis to contribute. That's a lot of force. That's people that want to make a difference, and we're giving them a chance to make a difference. That's what we're trying to do.
Now, there are a lot of different conflicts taking place around the world. So why Syria specifically, and not one of these other places?
Well, I think everything is important. Wherever you can help, you should do that. I think what's happening now in Syria was not taken care of by the Western world enough. It's definitely not from us as Israelis, seeing Syria for many years as an enemy country, and Syria basically does not exist anymore. And now the people that live there are going through really, I don't know, maybe what's the right word for that. It's kind of a hell that they're going through. And our job as neighbors, as human beings, is to help. And that doesn't matter, for me personally, it doesn't matter if there's a border between us. These guys had a government that was our enemy. They're human beings, and we should help them.
Now, Israel is special in the sense that there's a very dark history to the Jewish people. And do you think that makes it so that Israelis have more of an obligation to be assisting with this issue than in other places?
I think every person around the world has to take a stand and try to support, especially people like the Jewish people who we have this history that is sitting on on us, and it has to push you to action. You cannot be, I'm not sure what's the right word for that, but you cannot just be silent, stand, put that aside. I can tell you, my grandmother, who's 96 years old, I went to visit her on Saturday, and told her about our project. She lived through the Second World War in Lithuania, and then in Israel. Most of her family was murdered by the Nazis, unfortunately. A lot of my relatives are Holocaust survivors, and when I sat with her and I told her about the project, besides the fact that she says, "Oh, I have to donate," and of course she donated, and she's our oldest donor. She said, it's amazing how, our people were refugees. We escaped a war. We had people chasing us, and it's our obligation to help when other people need our help. And for me personally, it's kind of closing a personal circle, helping other people that are in need. And I see from how the numbers of people in Israel that are joining our effort, it's not only me, it's something that's much wider.
Now, obviously you can donate money. My first question for you is, what is the next step for Beyond Our Border? What is going to happen with this money? Where is it going to go specifically?
So we started 4 days ago, 3.5 days ago. For a whole month, we're going to raise a lot of money. With this money, we're buying products, mainly for children, if it's food, if it's medicine, and other equipment that is needed for refugees. In Syria. We're buying this equipment in Israel, and we have joined together with the Israeli organization called Israel Flying Aid. And Israel Flying Aid has worked in the last few years in Syria, giving aid and supporting the citizens over there. And together with them, we're making sure that whatever we buy reaches the people who need it on the other side.
Now, how can people at home contribute to this cause? If you're not necessarily here in Israel, but you want to give money, what can you do?
So we have a website. It's called justbeyondourborder.com, justbeyondourborder.com. You can also look up Just Beyond Our Border on Facebook or online. You'll find that, and you can donate on the website. And I think what's most important for us is not that you give a lot of money, but you spread the word around, make people care, make people take part, take action, not only know, but also act. And even if they can contribute something really small, it makes a big difference, and we hope a lot of people contribute.
Well, thank you so much for coming in. Just so everybody knows, last night I went to a big protest in Tel Aviv where hundreds of Israelis gathered to protest what's taking place in Syria and also to stand in solidarity with the Syrian people. So if you tune in tomorrow at 9 p.m., you'll be able to see the piece that I did and kind of learn a little bit more about how Israelis are getting involved in what's happening in Syria. Again, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you very much.